Hey AfterBuzzers, you're tuned into the Scream After Show. We're going to be talking about Season 2, Episode 3, Vacancy, so stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
It's a hotel.
Yeah.
It's not the Hotel Crescent or Crescent Palms, but
It's good enough. I mean, it feels like
Jamming
there's
out.
vacancies, and you go in.
yeah.
You might not come back out.
Maybe they have vacancies at the hotel.
Oh my gosh.
Hey guys, thanks for coming back. Thanks for tuning in to the Scream After Show. Crazy episode. Lots
Such a
going
good
on.
episode.
Yeah, it was. It's a step up from last week.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Before we get into that, where can we find you guys on the internet?
Hi everybody, I'm Pegah Rad. You can find me on the internet at Pegah Rad.
You can find me on those same nets at Michael_Drew, Michael EAL. Twitter, Instagram, same thing.
And I'm Kelly McInerney. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at HollyWeirdo. Katie is not here. She'll be back next week. Probably.
Yes,
Yeah?
Katie.
Yes.
She
Come
survived.
back.
She
Hey
did good.
Katie.
Yeah, lots of big stories, but let's get into the little-ish one.
Oh, cool.
First.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do
How
it.
about that? Like the Brooke-ish story. Brooke and Zoe and
Man.
Noah.
Brooke,
Zoe really
Noah.
wants Noah.
Yeah.
She's like on the prowl.
Well, Brooke is just like, I think she kind of wants to focus her energies not on Jake, so she's like, I'm gonna help you
Yeah.
find love.
I know, that's, yeah, I
Cut
like
to the
that.
chase.
Yeah.
You're gonna ask her out.
Yeah, I know. She went right for it. I mean, I really like the Zoe thing. Zoe's really adorable.
She is.
And Noah's adorable, so it kind of makes you want to see them together. It makes me wish we didn't see well, I've only seen it since the first episode. That you haven't seen that since in the upcoming commercials. But with the three-way kiss, I really wish they didn't show it now because it really would have been shocking.
Who was it? It's Brooke, Noah. No, it's Zoe, Noah, and Audrey. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Like I really wish they didn't show that in the commercials. Now.
It's probably the next episode
I
when they're
know.
on
Probably
drugs.
is.
You're like,
Yeah.
you know how shocking that would have been, because you never would have expected it.
I mean,
That's
I
true.
didn't see it. You guys ruined it.
Well, I mean, if you just watched the first episode, so I was really, I'm looking forward to the whole Noah and Zoe thing.
Stavo's getting super
Yeah.
creepy.
He is.
But wait, do you guys trust Zoe?
I do so
Yeah.
far. She has no symptoms of a killer yet.
That's the thing, but that's kind of why I don't trust her. She's too damn
Too
cute.
nice,
Like
yeah.
I like her too much.
Too
I'm
damn
like, damn, I
cute.
like this girl. Like you're rooting for her. She has that root for her ability,
That's a
Yeah.
good point.
and and she seems like a capable actress. So she seems like she has the ability to be cute, and you can root for her, and then there's gonna be a moment where she switches it and like, I've been crazy the whole time.
Yes,
And you're like,
she's
oh
like,
man.
Yeah.
Piper was super nice.
That's true. Exactly.
Yeah.
Piper was super nice.
Oh man, now I'm on to Zoe. I
mean,
really
it's-
wanted to like her.
There's too many people. But like you said, yeah, somebody that's not nice, Stavo.
He's just weird. Like, what is he doing sitting there at the pageant rehearsal in the back, just like creeping up on her?
It's so funny
weird.
that Brooke keeps dating these guys who always have the weirdest way of delivering lines, where they're like kind of have chiseled faces, where they're really attractive, but they always say something where it just looks really corny. Where he's like, "Is this teacher bothering you?"
Yeah.
And he just looks super creepy and weird, And it's just she has a type.
She does.
Yeah, they were like when her and Jake met or whatever, she did not get along with him. So maybe it's like the same thing. She's not getting along with Stavo, but they're gonna get together.
Maybe. I mean, they did that little fake kiss.
Yeah, she looked creeped out from it though. But I think is Stavo. The thing is, like, what we're just talking about right now is Zoe and how she looks too cute. Stavo is too creepy to be a killer.
Yeah.
He's too creepy, right?
So it's like you're saying it's too obvious?
Yeah.
But like in Scream 2, actually, the killers were Billy's mom and then a film student who she found on like the internet or something. It wasn't like her son, and he's kind of like the Noah, like the film student type guy. He's into
Yeah.
films and everything. So I still am suspicious of him.
Okay.
He seems kind of cool. Like he seems like he'll stick up for Brooke, who doesn't like him, but I don't trust him still.
Well, I mean, if it's a team, if there's more than one,
Okay.
then it could be two people.
Do we think that there's more than one right now?
I think so.
Okay.
Because I don't know.
So then there'd be three then?
Or just 2. I don't know. Maybe 3.
Well, no, because so Piper, right? And then we're
The accomplice.
The accomplice, which
And maybe someone else.
Maybe Audrey, maybe not. And then now for sure there's somebody else who killed Jake. So there's potentially 3.
Yeah, yeah.
2 or 3. Huh.
You know, next week we should come in with with official map
Like
out
ballots.
who we think it could be.
I'm telling you, I still want to make that board. That
No, we
like,
should.
do
We
it.
should. I'm gonna have something next week.
Let's do that. Let's get together
And board it up.
board it up.
And he kind of threatens Noah too, though, by saying like, "You're looking for somebody, don't you think you're gonna get hurt?" That's kind of like he made it sound not threatening, but I feel like I don't know. I don't trust him.
Yeah, I
don't trust
Yeah.
him.
You guys, just to let you know, we're on the chat roll on YouTube. So if you guys want to share your comments, we're gonna read them.
Yeah, like Donald Newton just said, "I never liked you, Foster." I like that line too. When he said it, when the teacher said to Noah, "I
Yeah,
never liked you,
Branson.
Foster."
I'm so glad that Branson is back.
Are you?
He is so easy on the eyes.
Oh yeah.
Why is everything so damn superficial?
I'm
with
just
you,
saying.
Jeez.
He is
It's
the best
horror.
looking.
I need a little bit of, you know, something to loosen it
Well,
up.
they got a lot of eye candy.
But he's very creepy too
He
now.
is very creepy.
Isn't he?
Calling on the unknown phone number.
But was that him though? I thought that was the killer because it sounded like a voice changer.
No, that was him because you heard her say, "What are you calling Branson? Why are you calling me?" or whatever. That was his voice.
But I think she just jumped on it and he just went with it.
No, and he accepted
Yeah,
it
did he?
at the
All
movie
right.
theater. And the flowers,
And
though?
the flowers.
Ugh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay,
That,
what-
that means
go
he's
ahead.
like stalking her.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, he's stalking her.
Even though he claims he's not, he's just
Yeah,
in the same
there's this
places and he
coincidence.
doesn't say anything.
Oh.
Creep.
He gets me more and more creeped out knowing that he's a teacher and that he was her teacher and that he's this obsessed with her. Like, that's so creepy to me.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, right.
He
Because
can't-
Pegah wants that type of teacher. That's
No,
why. See that?
Because, okay, I mean, yes, I think that he obviously has to be over 18.
He's a
so
teacher.
that's super weird and not right. But
And she wasn't even a senior.
it's not like if she graduates and she turns 18 and he's like 23.
Yeah, but when
22,
they started, she was like 16.
yeah, that's not right. But
Like,
the
And he's
age
so into
difference
it. And he's
itself
so
is-
into it. Like even now he's just like, hey, and he's touching her cheek. Hey, baby, you know I
Yeah,
still
that's a
like
little
you.
creepy.
Like, oh,
It's
that's
too
so,
much.
Fine.
that's so pedophilia-ish.
Yeah, I get it.
Pedophilia-ish, you
But-
know?
at least wait till she's 18.
I know. Just be patient, baby. Just
it'll come. Yeah. Do you
Anyway.
guys remember the big fight scene last season? Didn't he just like disappear? Like she locked him out of the house
Yeah.
and he just disappeared, right?
Yes.
So-
and then he yeah.
Kind of fishy, you know? He could be that accomplice that's like taunting Audrey and everything, you know? Like
he could have been an accomplice and really fallen for Brooke.
Yeah, and how does he know that they broke up, you know?
Wow, they're saying
Jake.
Brooke is 17 and Branson's 31. Okay, that's really creepy
How do
if
you
that's
know?
the case.
Gosh.
I don't know how they know, but Elijah. Anyway, sorry.
Okay.
Super creepy. Anyways,
Yeah. It's just like
he could totally be the accomplice.
yeah, because he knows. I think the creepiest thing was that he knew that Jake and her broke up already, because they were just like she only told I feel like her close friends that they broke up, and it's suspicious.
I don't know if they're doing this on purpose, but everybody that calls somebody on the phone sounds like the killer.
Yeah.
Branson sounded like
Yeah.
the killer. Like, hey, Brooke. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's just his voice.
they're.
The first thing that came to my mind was I really thought it was the killer.
I thought so too.
I thought it sounded like the voice changer thing. Like
She
I
was
really
way
thought
too
that.
calm for that to be
Yeah.
the voice changer thing.
I know. I just thought it. That's why I just thought it was like maybe a lapse. Like she was just like, oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
Branson, even though you sound like a killer, stop stalking me.
Yeah.
Because Brooke isn't exactly the brightest bulb in the
No.
bunch.
She's gotten better though. She's gotten way nicer and close to her friends. Like I like how she grabbed Audrey. She's like, "Girl talk."
Yeah.
Branson called me.
And I'm really liking Audrey. Audrey's my favorite character now.
Yeah.
I love Audrey,
Let's
man.
save her for the
Okay.
end though. 'Cause
Audrey, I
I
love
feel like
you.
that was the big like
Yeah.
what you know.
Yes.
But speaking of old guys that just appear from out of nowhere, like Branson, Emma's dad returns.
Yeah.
Like that's what Audrey kind of said.
You know, in the beginning when I was kind of thinking that the father might have been a hallucination. when she was talking to her mother, and she said, "What, you saw your dad?" I was kind of thinking that we were gonna go in the direction of her like, "Yeah, I saw Dad." Like, "Your father's been gone for," or something. I thought it was gonna turn out that he was a hallucination, but it wasn't.
He's watched a lot of horror films or something.
Yeah, he's been through a lot though, the dad. But unlike Emma, instead of drinking coffee, he drinks
Vodka.
booze. Yeah.
But that dark and clear liquor. Yeah.
Do you guys feel like not threatened, but like feel suspicious of him at all, or?
I do. I want to know why he's back after all this time. I want to know what he was doing in between that time. I want to know. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't trust him.
Well, we found out though that Riley has been emailing him, so that's why he's coming back.
Someone on Riley's email. Someone using Riley's email after she's been dead.
Dead Riley.
Yeah.
Do we think that's the killer?
Well, I mean, it has to be.
Yeah.
Or the accomplice. You know, one of the two.
But my question is, I didn't look at him and think to myself, how come you're coming back now? When I looked at him, I was thinking to myself, how come you didn't come back last season? You know, I mean, if your daughter, you've been through this. If your daughter and your wife are going through another murder frenzy, wouldn't that be the time to come back? So I think that's what I'm curious about.
Exactly.
That's what Emma was saying.
Yeah.
Audrey.
Yeah, no, that's
Or
what,
Emma, yeah.
that's what she told. Like, why did you come back now? Like, why couldn't you come back?
Yeah, that's,
Like where
last-
were you when all this was happening?
that's valid.
He says he couldn't for some reason. I don't know. I guess because
'Cause the
he
mom.
almost killed her, or not killed her, but like put her in danger from the fight.
No, the mom told him not to come.
Yeah, but
The mom told him not to contact her, and apparently, he physically harmed her before, so he feels guilty for it. So he just listens to her now.
Yeah.
And that's understandable. You could tell he feels it really. He doesn't seem to be someone who's a violent person. And then he committed a great crime, so now he feels guilty about it because he does love his wife. So now he feels guilty about it. So whatever she says goes. Like he's.
I don't think he loves his wife. He thinks he respects her and is like. I don't think they're married anymore.
No.
No.
But it's just weird, and it's just like I feel somebody in the chat thinks that the sheriff is lazy. I kind of agree with that because
So true.
like just a dead girl's messaging you after last year when all these people were killed. Don't worry about it. People just like hack into these emails all the time.
We'll
you're
look
the
into it.
you're the specific family that it was targeted. Don't worry about it. What do you guys think of the sheriff? Do you think he's lazy for a reason, like he's the killer, or you think he's just dumb?
Ooh. More like maybe naive or like.
No, he there's something. I don't.
You think he's hiding something?
There's something there.
He might be. Yeah, I'm on to him, but I don't know. You guys, I don't know. I keep changing my mind.
It's hard.
Everybody's suspect.
Real quick, there's someone in the chat. I missed your name, and they said that he was letting us know that Audrey was revealed to be the accomplice. We know that. We're just saying that Audrey and someone else. There might be someone behind Audrey being the accomplice.
Maybe it's not. Maybe she thinks she was the accomplice, but maybe there was another accomplice that knew about it.
Yeah, we think there's more than her.
Piper's dead.
Yeah.
Most definitely. And there's somebody else that knew about it.
Yeah.
So that's what we're trying to figure out.
I think the sheriff's got something to do with it. Because I think last season the sheriff was a clear-cut good guy. And I think this year they're going to go the opposite direction. I don't think he's going to be the full-on bad guy. I'm holding on to what we just talked about before. How there's more than one, and he's got something to do with it.
Maybe.
And
Hi,
he has,
simply the best. Sorry. Shout out.
And he has all these. He has a lot of access to things. He has a lot of access. I think he might have access to the emails. He has a lot of access to the records. So everything that's going on, he could be a great point of information for whoever is working with him.
Somebody also pointed out in the comments of last episode that Audrey got that text right in the sheriff's office right when he left. So it could have been him doing the texts.
That's a good point.
So maybe.
Do you think that Stavo, do you think Stavo and his dad are working together? Or do you think maybe one of them is and the other one doesn't know?
I think it's that way. I feel like Stavo and the aunt, or like, I don't know, Eli's very weird too.
Eli is very weird.
So weird. Just like, I think it was a clue that him and his dad have a complicated relationship. I feel like, maybe it's him and the sheriff or something. Like, I don't know. I feel like anytime somebody drops the ball on daddy issues, they might be a killer. You know?
Okay.
That's pretty hilarious.
I don't know.
What are our thoughts on the so Troy James?
Okay.
My original thoughts were maybe the sheriff could be Troy James, but I don't think he's Troy James because he was friends with the mom and
They grew up together.
Yeah, he grew up with Emma's parents. So maybe are we still thinking that maybe the father might be?
There's so many thoughts. There's so many.
Yeah.
Let's figure it out when we get to predictions.
okay,
I feel like because we'll just get all
We'll get all kerfuffled.
Kerfuffled.
You know, that's a word. But Audrey, I feel like, was the main focus of this episode. The killer really not holding back on taunting her. You know, just like sending her gifs of her with the Jake's body, and
It's a very tech-savvy killer.
I know.
I must say.
Jeez.
Creating these things.
Like I know people who use the internet frequently and they can't do what this person's doing.
yeah, it's crazy. Like, and what else the video thing, which like don't look at that when you're driving. I'm glad she like swerved because I'm like, this
Yeah,
is an
dangerous.
accident.
I know. Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Don't FaceTime and drive.
And I always find it so awesome when she gets these, when they go look at the video and she's getting all these texts and she's never buffering. Like she never struggles with her internet. Because have you ever been like,
It's always.
have you ever like driven and tried to listen to a song on YouTube and it's just like, the area I'm in. They just want to come on Verizon. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just doesn't work. That never happens to her.
They always have full bars.
They always have full bars.
Town has perfect service.
Yeah. Lakewood.
But he's clearly messing with her because so the night before we see Jake's dead body there. Then they clean it up. And
You
the
would think-
camera.
There would still be a smell in there. I mean, there's a lot of blood. It was a
know.
decomposing body. You would think that at least walking in,
Bleach?
thered be like some residue. Yeah,
Bleach?
or
I
at
mean,
least smell of bleach or something.
This guy
They
just-
didn't even, yeah.
Yeah, no, this killer's working overtime because he had to have moved the body, scrubbed that place down with bleach.
So we think that whoever took it out put that camera in there, or
Yeah.
was that always there?
I think maybe it might have always been there because of the GIF.
Because
You
of
know?
Piper, right?
Yeah. But and it's clearly getting to her because she's almost killing her best friend with a bookend.
That was crazy.
That's insane.
That-
Or maybe knocking him out,
Yeah,
not
but
killing. You think he
Let's
would,
find
you
the
think she would
heaviest-
kill Noah?
Maybe. And I feel like, how would you explain getting unconscious? Oh, what happened, Noah?
I know, but it was crazy to me because
He
I would-
used Febreze. That's hilarious. Mike
Yeah.
Balestra.
I think
Elijah.
that I think that why wouldn't I would think that if Audrey's going to stop Noah from seeing that thing, they're friends enough that she would just come clean before she would have to knock him out with a blunt object.
I feel like she thinks
But
that
she's like she's
Yeah.
at like such a
She's-
breaking point. It's crazy.
she's gonna get in super trouble. Like, people are gonna consider her a killer too, though.
Yeah, but Noah, if Noah's one person, Noah would have her back.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like he's so obsessed with like murders and all that he would turn on her.
And also, his girlfriend died from it. Like, all these people have died from the killer.
That's a
And
good point.
also, if he gets involved, the killer could come after him too.
Yeah.
There's so many things. Like, it's just, I don't know. But the killer just he tells Audrey to go to the Crescent Hotel because Emma's there, because he plants some pictures of her article clippings, and Emma almost gets it. Or do you think the killer was planning on Emma to get killed or get hurt? Or do you think he knew that she was going to get away?
No, I think he had the knife out. He was in
Yeah.
the bathroom. We saw the knife. So I think he was planning on doing something.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But was he waiting for Audrey to come and be a part of it to kind of, make her the accomplice again? Or was he going to do it? And I don't know. I didn't really get what he wanted to accomplish there, or
Yeah.
she, the
Yeah.
killer, right?
I was glad that Emma did not, because first of all, when you see somebody showering, you're not gonna open that. Especially if it's your estranged father who you haven't seen in a while. What if the shower curtain's see-through? You don't
You don't want to see that.
Well, I think she wanted to see if he was. I mean, she was looking for him.
Yeah.
She wanted to see if he was in there. But I don't know.
But then she got creeped out with the article clippings and was like, I don't want to see this guy.
And then here's the couple fighting outside and is like, squirrel, and walks outside.
Yeah.
But
But
distracted.
it was just very convenient for Audrey. Like, she got off very, like, it was close. It was super close for her to get
close.
caught, but she just knew the right things to say because she calls the cops and, because I guess she's desperate for
help.
Her help.
Yeah. And she doesn't say her name, so that's good.
yeah, because she doesn't want to give away how she found out about it.
Right.
And she just says, oh, she was driving by, so she called the cops on a bar fight. Kind of weird, but I guess we've heard weirder things,
We've
right?
heard weirder things, but if I was them, I'd be like, what were you doing driving there? Like, no, you're supposed to be at work. She's supposed to get Noah and the other people into the movie for free.
But did Emma know that?
I don't
like,
know.
there's things that could you could be like, all right, I get, I'll let that slide. But and then poor Eddie Kruger
Oh.
gets
Oh,
the
yeah.
stupidest death. I feel like oh, what's all this plastic?
But it was kind of gruesome though.
That was a really
It was
gruesome
kind of
one.
gruesome.
But
Like, his name is Eddie Kruger. I'm sorry, I knew his last name was Kruger, but his name is Eddie Kruger.
no, that's
Yeah,
his
come on.
handle on when he comments
Oh.
to Noah's
Eddie Kruger.
podcast.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
You figured that they would have given him a more Freddy-ish, more Nightmare on Elm Street type death. Yeah, that was a gruesome death. He walks in there, he sees all the plastic, and of course the first thing he says is, "Man, these guys are freaky."
Yeah.
Yeah.
freaky.
Ooh, what kind of freaky thing would they be doing aside from murder with a bunch of plastic?
Especially because he knows people have killed there.
Yeah,
You know?
I just remembered Horrible Bosses. Do you remember that part where
No.
they hire the guy that comes and like pees on them?
Oh.
So they lay down the tarp. Okay, go watch
Okay.
Horrible Bosses.
Well, all
It's
right.
so
I mean,
good.
I guess that is something you can do that's pretty freaky.
Yeah.
But aside from that, but it's like that's the first thing he thinks of, and when he comes in, I don't know. I thought that was crazy. And then they just, I found it like when he got hit with the bottle, he has a hard head.
Yeah.
Because he was still conscious, but it was violent.
Where was all the wine too? Wasn't it a wine bottle?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it splattered.
Did it? I didn't see
'Cause
it.
I was like, is that blood or is that red wine?
Where's he hiding all these damn bodies?
That's what the biggest question I feel like is where's Jake? And how long are you going to keep this dead body? Because
Yeah.
that's probably going to decompose. I don't know the logistics.
Yeah, but like, where's he hiding all these things? And there's gonna be a smell. Like, you can't just like, I'm keeping them at my house real quick. Like,
Elijah's saying, Dexter, Sky the Boss, Dexter, one.
Yeah.
in the
Clearly
water?
gonna
Because
be-
that's what he chops them up and throws them
Elijah.
in a garbage bag in the water. Well, I've only watched the first 2 seasons.
Oh, there you go. But do they use a lot of tarp in Dexter?
yeah.
Okay, there we go.
He's
okay.
a
So with
very
the-
clean killer.
Yeah, but like he probably gets rid of the bodies, but like with Jake's guts are hanging out every time you
Yeah.
find him.
I don't think he's chopping Jake up either. Like Dexter chops him up and just throws him in the water. I don't think he's doing that. I think he's trying to keep them to mess with Audrey more. You know?
So this killer has probably 2 or more cell phones because he's pretending to be Jake. He's sending Audrey those gifts.
I think he has Jake's cell phone.
Oh, he has Jake's
That's why, because
cell
he
phone.
couldn't have stolen Brooke's phone and switched the number and
Got
put
it,
the, you know?
So he has Jake's cell phone.
Yeah. And still keeping him alive, which is weird. I don't know why
That's
more
so
people
weird.
aren't concerned, but I guess because since his parents are in Mexico and I don't know. This is a real chill high school.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
Nobody-
I know.
Jake
Yeah.
is under the house. Yeah, but I love how Brooke got to that conclusion because he's like, hasta la vista, babe. She's like,
Oh,
wait,
yeah.
are you in Mexico?
I know. Are you in Mexico? Yeah.
But anything else you want to add about the episode, or should we just drop into predictions?
What about the mom? So what do you think is going on with the mom? Do you think the mom's on the level?
Mom
right
just
now?
has to stop lying. Like, I would have been like, no, I'm telling my daughter that this because it's one of her best friend's email.
I know.
It's just she's just.
I
a
get it. I
dumb
mean,
mom.
I get it. Emma's freaking out, but everyone here is just lying over and over again.
I don't trust
Kieran's
Maggie.
some people are mentioning like Kieran is like the killer. I think it is kind of suspicious how he's just like Eli's such a pain in the ass. Oh, Eli's the worst. Like trying to push the weirdness off him onto Eli, maybe, if that makes sense.
Well,
Just to make Eli more creepy.
What if Kiernan was originally one of the accomplices? What if he was originally
Maybe.
We'll see.
Huh?
So that's a good point.
I mean,
And somebody else in the chat was saying that Kieran has never been in a room with the killer. Is that true? I mean, I'd have to
With Piper?
know.
Well, Kieran.
with like the killer.
I don't know. I don't remember.
yeah, I don't think he didn't fight the killer last.
Right?
Right? In the final season, they're all running together, but every time the killer would come out, he wasn't there.
Exactly.
Could be. I think he's either gonna die or he might be one of the killers. He's not too. I know he's like the boyfriend of the main character, but he's not too exciting to care about. You know, out of all
That's
the
why he could
people.
be a killer.
That's what I'm saying. He's either the killer or he's either gonna die.
I care about him just because, like,
Because
He's
he's
good
attractive?
looking. We get.
Jeez,
No,
Pegah.
you guys.
Good God.
No, because he means so much to Emma, and I know that if he dies, like, she is gonna be crushed.
And he has
Like
washboard
she's
abs.
gonna lose it.
Yeah. let's just get
Why
into
I all that.
predictions since we're talking.
All right.
About, let's just.
Predictions. We should have a creepy
Now,
prediction song.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Predictions.
So who do you guys think? How about this? Isn't the killer? Emma,
That's very good.
number
okay.
one.
Emma's
Brooke-
not the killer.
Brooke and Emma definitely
Brooke is
not
the killer.
killers.
Noah is not the
Yeah.
killer.
A lot of people think he is. A lot of people think that he's like playing dumb and he's the accomplice. And I'm like, no, it's not. He's too nice. He's my favorite. I like him.
He is way too nice. I really, really like Noah a lot.
I like that hashtag Killer Kiernan 2016.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna jump on the Noah bandwagon. I'm not gonna jump off that. I think he might. I like Noah. He's one of my favorite. Noah and Audrey. That's the duo for me. Like I love those two.
Yeah.
But
Can't stand
it
Audrey.
might. You can't stand Audrey.
Really?
Really?
I wanted her to die.
Is it the whole tough like nothing phases me?
Just like, I'm just going through so much angst, you know? Like,
Yeah,
nobody
teenager.
likes me. Like,
Well, you know, life is
get
hard.
over yourself. I don't know.
These are hard.
People
you know
are
what I mean?
saying Miss Lang, the teacher, is the killer.
Yeah, what? Miss Lang, we didn't see
She
her
was
today.
missing this episode. Maybe she was in the hotel room with Emma.
She is creepy, too.
Well, I don't think Emma. I don't think Audrey. Clearly.
Or Emma's mom.
Emma's mom.
I don't
no.
think Emma's mom. I don't think the father.
Yeah, I think he's just, somebody in the chat said he's just a broken person. I
Yeah.
agree. He's just,
I agree.
yeah. And he's just like a kind of, I feel like there's a reason the killer is bringing back all these old guys like him. And I don't know if he brought back Bronson, but if Branson.
And they could. Then the sheriff would have something to do with that, then, wouldn't he? Because the sheriff's the only old person that knows him. Either the sheriff or Secret Troy. James, the brother.
I don't trust the sheriff. I think that they're showing him just enough where we remember him, but not enough to. I don't know. I don't trust him.
Maybe because I said Stavo and the aunt, but maybe it's the teacher and Stavo.
It's not Stavo.
The lady.
Stavo's in my list of. It's
You
not
don't
him.
think? Why?
It's too easy. Too easy to be Stavo.
Too easy.
I don't know. I feel like he's gonna become like a Jake, but then he's gonna be a killer. You know, people are gonna like him, but then, and Jake also, him and
Do people
Emma's
like Jake?
original boyfriend, they were in some
Oh,
dirty
yeah.
stuff.
Okay.
You know?
Do people like Jake?
I don't know.
I was like, he's the.
You guys
I
like
did not
Jake?
like
he was
Jake.
he was my Audrey. I was kind of when he. I mean, I didn't want him to die this year, but last year, oh man, I was waiting for this guy to die. I was
The
like,
Jake.
please.
You wanted the Jake to.
Yeah, I couldn't take any more of his euphemisms or metaphors or whatever the hell he was saying. The Jake feels.
Yeah, he was
Like,
just
chop
too
this-
corny.
And by the time he actually got cool, like with this first
He
episode,
never got cool.
he was okay. Like he annoyed me less, and then they go through him with a sickle. They slice through.
Yeah.
Bummer. It's a
Bummer.
bummer. I don't trust Stavo so much. I think he's the one that plants the drugs in the next episode, in the punch or whatever.
Oh, probably like steals it from evidence from
Yeah.
like the sheriff station.
And he's there, you know? It has
Yeah.
to be one of those kids.
So wait, do we think that they're gonna all hallucinate or just pass out
I
or
think
what?
they'll just be like on Molly, kind of just feeling good and
Oh, and that's why they have the
have
three-way
a
kiss.
yeah, exactly.
Settle a party.
Because it looked like Emma was having some sort of hallucination. The way that they made it look, maybe it was really the killer, but it made it look like she was like, what?
I don't know.
Is he really there?
Is he there? Is he not?
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you guys have any other predictions?
No, that's all I got. I mean, yeah. That's it. Right now, the sheriff, he's moved up on my list.
I'm still sticking to Stavo and maybe the teacher now. Because that makes more sense because she is kind of creepy. And how Eli's like, he like kind of is in charge of the pants with those. I don't think the mom's strong enough to be a killer. The aunt or whatever, you know? I don't know. We'll find out eventually.
Yeah.
Right?
Let us know your comments again.
Hey,
it's so fun reading them.
Yeah, predict 2 in the comments and let us know. And I read them all last week. It was, you guys had some great,
So good.
yeah, some great theories.
Yeah.
But until then, I guess we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Where can we find you guys on the internet? Again.
Oh, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Pegah Rad.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Michael_Drew, Michael EAL.
And I'm Kelly McInerney. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at HollyWeirdo. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.